Paying cash for motorcycle inventory sounds like the safest possible decision. No interest, no lender, no monthly floor plan expense, and every motorcycle on the floor is fully paid for. But there is a problem. The dealership may own the inventory. The inventory also owns the dealership's cash. And removing that cash from the business may cost considerably more than the interest the dealer was trying to avoid. Dealers often compare floor plan financing with cash, as though only one carries a cost. Floor plan interest appears clearly on a statement. The cost of using cash is more difficult to see. Once cash is invested in a motorcycle, it cannot be used to buy another motorcycle, fund payroll, improve the facility, support marketing, or protect the dealership through a difficult month. The money remains inside the business, but it is no longer liquid. Recovering it depends on selling the motorcycle at a time and price the market is willing to accept. That does not automatically make floor plan financing better, but it means the real comparison is not simply interest versus no interest. The comparison is between the cost of financing the inventory and the value the dealership could produce by keeping its cash available. The question is not simply whether the dealership can afford to pay cash for its motorcycles. The more important question is whether that represents the best use of its capital. Floor plan financing does one job. It pays for motorcycles. It cannot train a technician, improve the sales team, generate more leads, or fix weaknesses in the dealership. Those investments still require cash. The same applies to opportunities outside the normal new motorcycle allocation. A desirable used motorcycle offered below market value may require immediate payment. Fast-moving parts, accessories, and apparel may produce gross margins of 35 to 40%, while also supporting installation revenue. But only if the dealership has the liquidity to buy them and the discipline to concentrate on products with proven demand. Paying floor plan interest on a motorcycle that turns predictably may therefore be more rational than using cash to eliminate that expense while passing up a higher return opportunity elsewhere. The comparison should be between the financing cost and the return the preserved cash can realistically produce. That return must be measured, not imagined. Training without accountability is simply an expense. Parts inventory that does not sell is still trap capital. And an opportunistic motorcycle purchase is only attractive if the acquisition price, expected margin, and exit strategy are sound. But when those investments are properly controlled, the dealership's cash may be considerably more productive outside the new motorcycles sitting on its floor. This entire argument collapses if the financed inventory does not sell. Floor plan is useful when it supports productive inventory. It becomes dangerous when it allows the dealership to postpone difficult decisions about unproductive inventory. A motorcycle that turns quickly may easily justify its financing cost. A motorcycle that remains unsold while accumulating interest, curtailments, and discounts can consume the margin it was expected to produce. The problem is not simply that the unit was financed. The problem is that the dealership continued financing it after the original sales assumption had failed. Floor plan should never become permission to carry every motorcycle indefinitely. It should impose a clock on every VIN. Strategic floor plan management begins before inventory is ordered. The dealership should already know how long the motorcycle is expected to remain in stock, when interest and curtailments begin, How much gross profit remains after carrying cost? What happens if the unit does not sell within the expected period? And at what point will it be discounted, transferred, or liquidated? Those decisions become harder after the motorcycle has been sitting for 6 months. By then, the dealer is no longer evaluating the unit objectively. The dealer is defending the original decision to order it. A disciplined system might establish review points at 60, 90, 120, and 180 days. The timing will vary by market, season, and product. What matters is that the action points exist before emotion and sunk cost begin influencing the decision. The strongest inventory strategy is not necessarily all cash or all floor plan. It is the deliberate use of both. Floor plan may be appropriate for predictable new inventory with measurable demand and a defined turn target. Cash may be more valuable for investments and acquisitions that conventional inventory financing cannot support. That includes employee development, service capacity, fast-moving P&A, and motorcycles purchased directly from consumers. A dealer trying to build a used motorcycle acquisition program must be able to act when an attractive unit becomes available. Making a credible offer is not enough. The dealership must have the liquidity to complete the transaction. A dealer with all available cash tied up in new inventory may be forced to let that opportunity pass. Preserving cash therefore supports both sides of the inventory strategy. Floor plan funds planned inventory. Cash remains available for opportunities the dealership could not schedule in advance. The success of an inventory strategy should not be measured by how little interest the dealership pays. A dealership can eliminate floor plan interest and still produce a weak return by tying too much cash up in slow inventory. The better measures are inventory turn, total carry cost, available liquidity, and return on invested capital. Interest is visible, opportunity cost is not, but both are real. Floor plan financing is not free money. It cannot rescue a poor ordering decision. And without exposure limits, turn targets, and predetermined exit rules, it can become extremely dangerous. But paying cash for every motorcycle is not automatically conservative either. It may sacrifice flexibility, restrict growth, and consume capital that could earn a stronger return elsewhere in the store. The goal is not to eliminate debt at any cost. The goal is to give every source of capital a defined job and require it to produce an acceptable return. Because the safest looking inventory decision is not always the safest decision for the business. If you work in Powersports and want clearer insight into dealer economics, market structure, and network performance, subscribe to the Powersports Standard.